Welcome back to Let's Play Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. I'm sorry the schedule has been so very wonky lately. It is what it is, but we've got a good long one today. I know we keep bouncing between games and skipping streams and delaying start times and all that kind of stuff. Life happens, is all I can really say, and I really appreciate your understanding of that fact. But tonight, well, today into tonight, because I'm planning a long one, like not Tomb Raider or Spec Ops 14 hours long, but I'm planning 5 or 6 hours today, and I think that's going to be more than sufficient to finish Baldur's Gate 1, which is pretty great. So I am excited. I'm happy to be here. Yeah, Martin, of course I'm fine. It's just, there was travel for work, and there was the car crash, and there was the insomnia, and today it was just chores and finishing my workout, and but like no, I'm good. I'm good, and I'm very happy to be here. I appreciate the concern, though. I really do. Yes, the day with the old man was quite enjoyable, actually. So last night we went over to Mom and Dad's for dinner, and I didn't know that this was going to be the case, but my brother and his wife were there, and that's always a lot of fun because I got to spend some time with my nephew, which is always a joy to me because Tiffany and I are not going to have kids of our own, and we don't want to. Excuse me. We have very little to no interest in that level of responsibility, but my nephew fucking loves me. Like, when I walk in the room, he just like starts giggling and says, "Uncle Travis!" and runs over for a hug, and it's amazing. I love it. It's great. I always love seeing that kid, so yeah, had a great time last night. Hey Carefree, hey Lone Wonder. Good to see both of you. And yes, I'm keeping quite well. I'm in far better shape than you guys have seen me for a while. So I'm excited to be back here. I'm excited to likely finish Baldur's Gate 1 tonight. We'll see how that actually winds up, but I'm clear to stream for 7 to 8 hours. I'll be very surprised if I can't finish Baldur's Gate 1 inside that time frame. Because all that's left is the Isle of Balduran, the last little piece of Tales of the Sword Coast, and the final showdown with Saravok. That's it. Like, I think we're probably going to finish in less time than that, and then we can discuss something else to play after a little break. But best laid plans and everything, we'll see how it actually goes. Oh, good question, Martin. Well, we'll definitely stream Monday night, tomorrow night. Let me think. Not Thursday. You're right about that because of Thanksgiving. Not Tuesday. I'm going to be at the Avalanche game. Could probably do a stream Wednesday night. I have a party to go to Friday night, but weekend stream should be intact. I'm not traveling or anything. So the only disruption to the normal schedule should be Wednesday night instead of Thursday night. No, the office is closed Thanksgiving and day after Thanksgiving. I have a 3-day work week, which is fucking glorious. Alright, we're 5 minutes in. Let's launch. So we're back in Baldur's Gate. It's finally time to head to the Merchants League counting house. That building we ignored. Oh, and Finamora, you don't have Black Friday off. I'm terribly sorry. Well, it's always up in the air for me. The office is not open on Black Friday. That does not mean I don't have to work. If my boss sends me an email or calls me and says, I need you to do this, then I have to fucking do it. Granted, I'll get to do it in an Avalanche hoodie on my couch at home, but I will still have to do it. But the office is closed Thursday and Friday, so at minimum I won't have to make the drive, and I won't have to put on the lawyer uniform, which is always lovely. Alright. Alright, into the Merchants League counting house.
Yeah!
It's locked!
You're a queer fellow.
Imoen, do your job.
This way.
My honor is my life.
Atta girl.
Yeah!
No, I actually... It's funny. Like every human, I kind of tend toward laziness. So when it's casual, I'm like, oh great, I get to wear jeans and a t-shirt today. But I actually, if I shower and shave and put on a suit, I usually feel better. Do you know what I mean? So no, I don't mind.
Stand away, citizen!
Ulf! Stand and hold, citizen. What business do you have with the Merchants League? So remember, everybody is at the experience cap. So at this point, well, hold on. Not only is everybody at the experience cap, but everybody also already has like all of their end game gear. So we're kind of going to switch tactics now. I was going for maximum XP, kill everybody, loot everybody. But at this point, it makes a lot more sense to avoid conflict if you can, because I have no use for experience points. I have no use for whatever worthless gear they're carrying. So let's see. I am seeking passage west aboard one of the League's ships and would like to examine a list of expected ports of call. Is there one available within? My business is precisely that, peon. My business. If you were meant to know, your superiors would have informed you, I am sure. Now please let me pass before I cause a scene. I am here to clear my debts with the League. My beard. Well, you guys saw it in the spring when the Avalanche made their playoff run. I stopped shaving. The only time I don't shave is during playoff hockey. I have that very strong superstition. The Avalanche are extremely good this year. They've won 5 out of their last 8 games, 7 of which were on the road. Well, no, that's not true. 5 of which were on the road. They've won 5 of their last 8. 4 of those on the road. No, 3 of those on the road. And the big deal about that is half of our team is call-ups from the minor league because so many of our players got hurt. So like when the Avs get healthy, like we're gonna fucking dominate. It's finally a good year to be an Avs fan, which hasn't really been true since I was in high school, so I'm pretty stoked. All right, we're gonna go with option 2. That's 2 and 3 in this first dialogue will allow you to avoid a fight. They're not on top of the division right now, but they're in the playoff picture for sure. As you will, but I urge you to conduct your business swiftly, as I have little patience for your tone. Alright. Bye-bye, Ulf. Alright, just because we're completionists, we're gonna...
I've done had enough of this.
We're gonna send Imoen around to the containers on this floor. We have a Lynx Eye Gem and a Potion of Healing. Utterly irrelevant, but who cares? the and 64
Helm.
gold.
As you will.
That's everything for the bottom floor. I'm quite confident that we've already read all of the flavor books in the game, so we'll just head upstairs. Are there any benefits? Two. The biggest benefit is seeding. As you might remember, the Avalanche barely squeaked into the playoffs last year. They were the very, very bottom seed in the entire National Hockey League, and they pulled off the first round upset and went to Game 7 in the second round. So, like, playoff hockey is chaotic, but seeding still matters. So, like, the regular season determines your seeding, obviously. And the other big deal is that the higher seed in every playoff series gets home ice advantage. So, it's significant, but there's also kind of a mantra in the National Hockey League, and this is not really true in any of the other American sports leagues. Like, upsets are really, really rare in the NFL and the NBA and Major League Baseball, but the NHL, and why the hockey playoffs, in my opinion, are the most exciting event in all of sports, is upsets happen all the time. Like last year's Stanley Cup playoffs, in the first round, every single underdog won. So both conferences, the 8 seed beat the top seed, the 7 seed beat the 2 seed, and so on and so forth. Like, none of the higher seeds won their first round matchup, which is freaking crazy in any other sport. But it was fucking great, and upsets happen all the time in hockey. Like the playoffs, they call it the second season because if you make it into the playoffs, everything resets. There are real advantages, at least in theory, in that you play weaker opponents who had a worse regular season record, and you don't have home ice advantage in the series. But as last year showed us, all you got to do is get in. And if you're one of those 16 teams that makes the playoffs, it's wide open and it's anybody's game. All right, let's go upstairs. It's very, very early in the season, I should say, too. Captain Talar Kieris. Arg! I be almost ready for the salts, and who be bothering me now? Option 1 allows us to avoid a fight, which is a reasonable option for all the reasons I explained. Hail, Captain. I have been sent to inquire if there's anything else you'll be needing before you set sail. Why, the new deckhand you requested, sirrah, and as for meself, I be a fine slop cook, too. Excuse me, good sir, but could you direct me to your sea charts that I may examine them a while? Hail, Captain. Go option 1. Aye, ye be with the League, then. A jug of this town's hardest liquor would make for a fine departure if ye'd be so kind. Old Detranian brews a vile swill, that'll do the trick. You can find the old coot at the Blushing Mermaid. I may have located the sea charts, but I need to appease Captain Talar Kieris before I can get a good look around. He wants some swill from a man named Detranian, who can be found at the Blushing Mermaid Tavern in Baldur's Gate. Alrighty. Give me a moment. Alright, let's loot this level.
Yep,
Imoen,
I'm gone.
Imoen, you have one job. Let's go do it. Although it seems like we don't really have to be stealthy. They don't seem to turn hostile when we raid their shit, which is awesome. Potion of fire resistance. Drop that one in the case. Oh, come on. No, Martin, we still have not found a goddess ribbon. That said, since we've cleared Magicant and reaching the level cap is all good, protection from lightning goes in the scroll case. Chaos goes in the scroll case. Everybody already knows that spell. No, I have not found the goddess ribbon yet, but because I'm no longer worried about the level cap, my party is leveling up. The lowest level now is Lost, obviously character 4. He got to level 83 today. No, 82. And my main character, my pro tag, Trav, he got to level 93. So we're gaining lots of experience, and when I actually play Earthbound again, I'll recap all those level gains and show you anything else that happened. But I have not found the goddess ribbon yet, which is the main
By Helm!
issue. But
With Helm's blessing.
item hunts are better when you can actually fight the
As you
enemies,
will.
because at least my characters are getting stronger. Alright, we gotta get to the Blushing Mermaid now. We were pretty easily able to loot the entire Merchants League counting house.
As you
So
will.
to get to the Blushing Mermaid, it's on this map, but we have to exit, go to the north section, and then exit east to actually get there. So let's do that. To the north!
I serve the flaming fist!
Fuck you, buddy. Just move fast. You gotta remember, we're in Chapter 7, so we are wanted for the murder of the Iron Throne leaders.
Yeah!
Into the Blushing Mermaid.
I need a swig of some strong dwarven ale.
Yvonne!
I need a swig of some strong dwarven ale.
Aye, would you like to pay a penny for tale of murder and deceit? 10 gold it be, and worth each one. Of course. A dark price for a dark tale, but I'll pay and hear it told. Before I lay my money down, tell me the victim's name and where it be fact or fiction. Yeah, just say yes. Heh, Scar it was, second in command of that noble flaming fist, and on a night dark street it happened. The rain 'twas spattering against the window's glassy panes and soaking up through me boot wraps, giving me the chill. A cunning cutthroat rushed on by him and then cut the straps of his travel purse with a blood-sharp knife before turning down the alleyway. Aye, good man, Scar. He chased the culprit there into the dark as I came stumbling through the puddles to his aid. Me too, Lone Wonder. Me too. But that petty cut purse, he weren't the rugged waif that he appeared to be. Nay, he was a silver-skinned changeling, he were. And with his dagger claws he gored the good man through the eyes. Then he slit his neck so vicious just to leave him bleeding in the rain. My proffered aid, ye ask? Aye, 'twas as quickly withdrawn as rashly granted. And I hid there in the shadows as the mirror fiend assumed a new form to saunter bloody-handed into the darkling night. My aid comes in that I'm here to tell the truth of the good man's passing to any listener that can spare the coin. 'Tis enough, I figure, and I doubt he'd disagree. So Scar, our ally, got murdered by a doppelganger. The mirror fiend you speak of is known as a doppelganger. I have encountered more than one of late, all in the higher of the Iron Throne. Do you know of any reason why the throne would want Scar dead? The Iron Throne, is it? Well, this lies outside me, simple tellin', but it may enrich it yet. Duke Elton lies sick within the compound of the Flaming Fist, so good man Scar had filled the former's office as their leader. Angelo, a link below the good man in the chain, had the most to gain by the killin', and it's he who I'd suspected, but the Iron Throne I couldn't say. If you thinks there be some truth to it, you should investigate either the compound of the Fist or the Tower of the Throne, for therein would lie your answers. Scar's death. I have listened to the tale of Ivan, sole witness to Scar's death, save his killer. Judging by Ivan's telling, Scar was lured to his horrific death by yet another doppelganger, no doubt in the higher of the Iron Throne, though Ivan pointed out that Angelo had much to gain from his death as well. Scar's passing was mercifully brief at least, though more for reasons of stealth than of compassion. I have seen so many of these foul mirror-kin of late, but I pray I never become accustomed to their cursed shifting faces. Alrighty. There's Detranian. Let's talk to him.
As you will.
Hi, friend.
So Captain Kyrus is soon to sail, I hear. Aye, in good riddance. Aye, but before he does, he's requested a bottle of your foulest swill. Please, I don't have time to pass the day in idle chit-chat. Okay. Let's go option 2. My foulest swill, is it? Humph. He always asks for more, but he'll never thank you for what he's had. His crew drowned themselves in a dozen kegs of that foulest swill, and I've seen nary a coin for the brewing of it yet. How much does he owe you? 900 gold at last count. Ouch. If you don't mind the proposal, I'll trade you a jug of my finest if you would be so kind as to relieve me of his debt. You mean pay you 900 gold for a bottle of Screech? That's rather steep, don't you think? Maybe some other time, Detranian. You're right, 'tis madness to even ask. Perhaps I can still convince the Merchants League to cover it. Maybe some other time, Detranian. Well, I won't be going anywhere anytime soon, so if you ever need a brewer, you know where to find old Detranian. I have found where to acquire a bottle of Baldur Ale for Captain Kyrus, but I will have to pay his outstanding tab in order to get it. How does anyone accumulate a 900 gold bar tab and live? That's a good question.
I care not. I've done had enough of this.
Doesn't matter. Imoen? Try your job basic. Yeah, girl! Detranian's Baldur Ale. Detranian's Baldur Ale brewed with pimentos for that extra little kick. You've heard that Captain Kyrus favors this hearty brew above all others. Alrighty.
My honor is my life. Yeah!
I don't know if I can stream VR games, but I would definitely consider playing the entire Half-Life series. Husam!
As you will.
Our drunk thief friend. Doesn't really matter. We gotta go back to section 1.
Yeah!
And then go to the northeast section from here.
Yeah!
To get into the right area of the northeast
As
section.
you will.
To access the Merchants League counting house. and get our party upstairs. Sup, bruh? Have your booze.
Yeah!
The cabin boy, that dirty little nipper. The sea, she calls me.
Ah, there be the good stuff to put a sting in your eyes. Detranion's Old Baldur Ale. Cheers to the Merchants League for all their many kindnesses. Cheers to the Merchants League. Aye, that's the stuff. Be a good boy and hold these sea charts for me. I'm feeling a bit woozy. I outwitted old Captain Talarkieris, though I can't say it was all that difficult. He spends a lot more time in a bottle than on the seas, I'll wager. Alrighty. Yeah, I want some booze too. Give me 2 minutes to change laundry. Be right back. Alrighty. Hello, hello, friends. We're back. We've got our sea charts.
As you will.
We've looted the counting house.
Yeah!
We can head back to Olgoth's Beard now. Yeah, let's head to Olgoth's Beard. Let's head into
With
the inn.
Helm's blessing.
We can offload
I must rest.
most of our loot. And we can also rest.
With Helm's blessing.
You want some whiskey?
We have the sea charts. None of this even really matters, but...
I got some cheap beer for you.
Let's rest. And let's head to Mendus's home to turn in the sea charts.
Yeah!
And kick off the last segment of Tales of the Sword Coast. One thing to note about the island is that you cannot exit and offload and come back. Doesn't really matter at this point. We're not going to find any loot that matters. We're not going to gain levels or anything, but just if you're here earlier than I am, note that once you commit to the Isle of Balduran, you have to finish out the whole thing. You can't bail and offload like you could in Durlag's Tower. It's not as difficult as Durlag's Tower either, which is nice, but let's go. Let's talk to Mendus, turn in the sea charts, although we should probably... The sea charts that you have obtained from the Merchants League counting house for Mendus.
I have waited long for such as you.
Wonderful, my friends. I copy charts now. If you are ready, I hire a boat for your journey. Here is the money I owe you, 2,000 gold. I am ready. Where's your boat? I hire a boat at the docks here in Olgoth's Beard. I meet you there soon. Got 2,000 gold for the sea charts. We have agreed to travel the trackless sea for Mendus and fetch him the logbook from Balduran's final voyage. Mendus will hire a boat and meet us at the docks in Olgoth's Beard. All right. Carefree. Your generosity is overwhelming, but I think it makes more sense to save up to whatever ceiling you're talking about and give them to me all at once. So do that. Callahan! Alright, well here are the Olgoth's Beard docks.
With helms blessed.
I must be.
There he is.
Listen, please.
All is ready, friends. I pay for boat and I give copy of sea charts to you. I have bought boat to use. It has food and water for journey. Everything is ready. You go now? We got a copy of the sea charts. We need more time to prepare. Be patient. Let us leave immediately. We have decided not to go on your little excursion after all. Sorry. He will sweeten the deal if you refuse him once, so we want to go with option 3. Pay is not enough, perhaps. I will offer 3,000 more gold for noble heroes. I'm sorry, we're just not interested. Yes, that will do nicely. Thank you. Let us depart. Option 2. We got 3,000 extra gold. Doesn't matter, there's nothing to buy. But might as well max out your rewards, right? Most excellent heroes, may gods grant you speedy journey. I will await your return at my house here in Olgoth's Beard. Go well. 3,000 extra gold. Narration. Oh, but
Your
it's...
ship sets its sails against the morning light, and you're off across the waves. The Sea of Swords allows your passage without incident, and in a scant amount of time, you are on to truly open waters. A score or more of days pass, but the aptly named trackless sea seems to stretch before you without end. The waters are calm, though the wind remains steady and sure. The merchant vessel your employer has chartered is a fine ship, but her crew is not accustomed to journeys so far off the established trade routes. The more superstitious among them speak of a great waterfall off the edge of Faerun, of a secret elven nation that scuttles all that dare come near, or even of island-sized turtles that eat whole ships. Such fancy weighs heavily on the minds of nervous sailors, and the mood aboard ship slowly turns. Tensions begin to mount, and rumors of mutiny threaten your resolve. It is a mixed blessing that all aboard are soon given a very real danger to occupy their thoughts. The storm comes without warning and hits with a fury that seems almost deliberate. Gale force winds toss the ship about like a cork, and it is all the crew can do to keep her afloat. Their efforts, though valiant, are ultimately futile. And when the main mast splinters, you know the ship is lost. As the hull gives way, there is a glimpse of something in the distance, a steady illumination against the black of night. Grasping debris for flotation, you abandon the wreck and begin to swim under the heavy burden of your equipment. You head towards the glow, hoping it is not a sea wisp or some other nefarious trick of the eyes. You awake the next morning with a mouthful of sand. You are waterlogged, exhausted, and you have an aching pain that lets you know you are very much alive. The ship is so much kindling. There is no sign of the crew, but there do appear to be footprints in the sand.
That was it, right? Yes. Okay, we're done. Shipwreck. Soliana. Good thing we held on to all our gear. Give me just a second to see if my other stream has successfully ported to YouTube. I'm multitasking a little bit. Oh, goody. We can close this window. That should speed things up and smooth things out a little bit, which is always welcome. There we go. Okie dokie. Soliana,
With
let's have a
Helm's
chat.
blessing.
You are new. You smell different.
Hello, you. You smell funny. You swim in? Leave me, child. I don't have time to speak with you. Hello, child. You are quite brave to speak with strangers washed up on the beach. What if we were dangerous? Yes, child, I did swim in. Our ship sank and we were in need of shelter. Three. Okay, I believe you. Not seen many that swim in. Many float but don't wake up. Fishies are mean and cliffs hurt ship homes. You lucky. Still smell funny, though. Maybe you stay and belong? Belong to whom, little one? You are not alone here. Maybe I will stay and take over. This place looks pretty deserted and primitive. Perhaps I shall stay, though I doubt you or anyone else could tell me otherwise. Move aside. Option 1. Alone? Of course not, silly. There's Mame, Pape, my brother, too. We've got neighbors, too. The village is very nice. It's boring sometimes, but I like it. The seas are treacherous in this area. How did you come to live here? I saw no ships nearby. A lovely story, child, but I must be going now. Perhaps we will meet later. I tire of speaking to you. Leave me be. 1. Mame says great-great-grandma came here on a ship home like you. Something happened, and they had to swim or be caught by the fishies. The ship home is here somewhere, I guess. We're not allowed to go there. You do not seem alarmed to see me. How often do strangers come here? Very interesting. I must be going now, but perhaps we will meet later. I grow weary of your voice. Move along. Option 1. Not very often, and they don't always want to make friends. That's what Mommy says, but I've never seen anyone that doesn't belong. Until I meet you, anyway. You still smell funny, but you not scary. Not like the beasties. The beasties? What do you mean? I've enjoyed our chat, but I should make my way inland. I don't care to continue this chat. Move along, will you? The beasties? What do you mean? The beasties are scary. They sometimes look like us, but they change and get mean. Mame says they are nothing more than animals, but the other animals don't hate us so much. Maybe you will help us? Perhaps, but I should meet with your people and find out what is going on first. Perhaps I will if there is something in it for me. Not likely, I don't risk my neck for strangers. So the Isle of Balduran is also known as Werewolf Island, for good reason. Option 1. Yeah, you go to the village and speak to Mame's friend Cassius. She leads while Mr. Chieftain is away. To know where he went, but he's away and you should speak to Cassius. I gotta go, but maybe we will see each other later. Maybe I too busy playing. We'll see. Bye-bye. The mysterious island. There must be a settlement on this island because I met a child far too young to have gotten here on her own. All right. Onward. Let's look at our map now. So we're in the very southeast corner of whatever map we're on. We've got water to the west. Although we do have some docks. Let's just start by clearing the fog. Always a pretty good thing to do. We have some buildings here. Commoner. Alright. Well, there's the southern edge. Got some buildings we skipped. That's all good. It affects everyone's YouTube channel, but all I had to did was toggle a setting. For those of you who have seen how prolifically I sometimes drink, as well as how often I curse, I elected the option, none of my content is for kids. So yeah, everybody on YouTube had to go into their settings and say either I am entirely a kids channel, some of my content is for kids and I will toggle a switch video by video, or none of my content is for kids. It was a little easier for me just because of how much I drink and swear. I was able to say none of my content is for kids. So I don't have to do it video by video. But yes, I did have to make that election. And it will probably have an effect on my monetization, but that's fine. No, I am not for kids. Not in the least. Except my nephew. He likes me. He's not even 2. But it's so funny. Like, I guess it's just biological that, like, I don't know, the way your heart skips a beat when your blood nephew goes, Uncle Travis, and just runs up to you for a hug. It's something else. It really is. Alrighty. So we've mapped out this island. We're skipping the buildings for now. There's this big wooden wall here. Lots of folks we could talk to. I want to finish mapping the wall before I do anything else, and surprise, surprise, I have finished mapping the wall. So let's head into the walls. Mo buildings. Oh, well, okay, yeah, no, we can't get there because the rocks blocked us. No, YouTube doesn't only monetize kid-friendly channels, but there are a lot of advertisers who don't spend money on it. Ads for anything that isn't kid-friendly. So if you're watching my channel, you might get some spicy ads, as it were, because I said no kids content. But no, you don't need to call me Uncle Travis. A trio of brown bears. Well, I would fuck them up for the experience, except there's no point at this point. Everyone is already XP capped. So if the bears don't want to fight, there's no reason to fight. Because bears don't drop any loot either. Let's just try not to get too close. Zip over here, keep clearing the map. There is a container there, we'll get to that. For now, I just kind of want to show you what we're dealing with. Hmm. Alright, so we're back outside the walls, which is fine. We're just island mapping for the moment. Kind of always the first task. Oh, we've ringed it out, and we're almost done. We gotta get back in here, though. Go, party. Court case, no. My court date is December 10th. So that has not been settled yet. I'm guilty as fuck of careless driving, so I'm gonna chat with the DA and say, please let me just pay a fine and don't give me jail days. And I don't expect I'll get any. But I am, as they say, guilty as hell of careless driving. So, but yeah, the court date is December 10. Merrily, strangers, how is it possible? You must speak with Caesius. Okay, Merrily, thank you. Let's map everything else. We're almost done map clearing. All right. Oh. Oh no. Belladonna flowers. Those are going to become important, but... Well, we aggroed a bear. It was kind of a mistake, but now we're going to have to fight these things. Did I already get another CRV? No. No, the fine is, because it was a no-injury accident, the fine is going to be in the neighborhood of $150, $200.
For the fallen!
Alright, I don't think we can rest here. Oh, JK, we can. Very good. Alright. Into the chieftain's house. I don't know if we're getting another CRV, because I'm probably going to take Tiffany's CRV, and we'll see what's out there for her new car. Caesius, Gan, and Talus.
You're a queer fella. This way.
I don't know if they get mad about us looting or not. It looks like they don't. Dilly dilly. Let's raid the room with Emmeline.
Helm, give me strength!
Now, let's have our party leader chat with Caesius Gan, the chieftain.
Yeah!
You are strangers here. You do not belong.
Hello to you that do not belong. I greet ye and ask your purpose to be here. We are wary of those stranger to us, and some may fear your coming. Please assure my worry you are not here to harm. We will not harm you. Our ship foundered, and we washed ashore on your island. My purpose here is my business and not yours. It's bad enough we were shipwrecked on this backwater island. I am not interested in you at all. I am here for other reasons, and I have only disturbed you because we were shipwrecked. Option 1, let's be nice. Then you are as we, for our beginning was as yours. Long have we been on this home, but not always. The mothers of our great-grandmothers were from away, but travelled near, and the depths swallowed their ship. Accursed cliffs below have sharper teeth than we. You were shipwrecked? How long ago? I have come looking for an ancient shipwreck. A shipwreck! That is what I search for. Where in this pathetic little town have you hidden it? 1. You have? How you know of this place? We are undisturbed for age upon age, but you know of our wreck? A merchant ship sailed close during a storm and spotted it. It bears the markings of Balduran, a hero that went missing some 300 years ago. A man named Mendus hired me to find it. His accent is not unlike yours. A ship sailed close during a storm but could not land. They saw an old shipwreck but no sign of you or anyone else. We came to investigate and possibly gather salvage from the wreck. I did not know, but I am always on the lookout for a salvage opportunity. 1. Be honest. Mendus, I do not know this name. I had hoped. One of our kin left the home some time ago, and I thought he might have sent you. Salad was his name, and he was our chieftain. I know not Balduran either. He was not among our founders. He never belong as we. The wreck I have not seen for year upon year, but know where it is, I do. Have you tried to repair it? Maybe we could use it to rescue ourselves. Is there any other way off the island? We are stranded just as you are. Let's go with 2. There is a way. We did start to build a ship home. After all, if we can build the wall and village, we can build the craft to leave. The first of the mothers were concerned with survive, but now we wish to go. The beasts have caused us trouble no end, though. We could not build ship home on this edge of island because of reef and cliffs below the sea. The other side of the isle is calm, but the creatures live there. We have fought tooth and nail, but we wish peace in life. Perhaps you can help. If you kill the beasts, we would be free to leave all. I trust you have charts for sea directions. If we could finish ship home, we could be delivered all. Perhaps we could help you, but what is in it for us? What would be the payment? I agree wholeheartedly. I will defeat these beasts and rescue us all. I must know what beasts you speak of. What must we fight? I don't want to become a part of this. Sorry, but I will not help. Option 3. Tell me about the beasts. The beasts? They evil and kill us on sight. We have held them back and lived as human as we could. They are animals and live as wolves or carrion feeders. They disgust and we despise them. Is rescue the only payment you can offer us? What shall we receive for risking our lives? Say no more, I shall deal with them immediately. That was very informative, but exactly what type of creatures are they? I do not wish to become involved, get help elsewhere. Option 3. Tell me what they are. Wolf-like, but not wolves. Man-like, but not men. Sorry, but I do not know what you would call them. All we know is that they are like us, but not like us. They do not belong. Option 1. You ask payment? Is rescue not payment? You are trapped here just as we. Without our ship home, you will live and die as we. Perhaps we would let you join and belong, but still it is lonely life. If you will not help, then you will live as we forever. You will paying yourself. All right, I will agree to help you. Sorry, but I must insist that I receive some gold for my efforts. What are these beasts? Why are they so dangerous? This is not my problem. I will not help. Option 1. Wonderful. You will help us, and we will help you. Together we leave this isle and take our children to the world. You will find the gates are open to you. Please close tightly behind, and we shall guard while you search. They have a leader, the beasts do. Their howling calls him Karug, but it is hard to understand for sure. Carefree, I have not watched any of The Mandalorian yet, but I have heard very good things. I have agreed to help Kaisha's Gan rid this isle of the beasts, a group of monsters that have apparently been harassing her village for years. They live beyond the village wall, and she said their leader's name is Karug. He is more wolf than man, I think she said. Let's also talk to Talus.
Yes?
You do not belong. I smell outsider on you. Get away from me. Go speak with Kaishas. She may deal with the like of you, but I will not. Alright, asshole. I need a very brief restroom break. I will be right back. Promise. Promise to be short. Alrighty. Out we go.
With Helm's blessing.
Oh shoot.
What you want?
Nature's servant is good as done.
I don't know how I lost my
By
party, but
Helm!
that's alright. Let's chat with Marilee.
As you will.
I don't know you. You are a stranger.
Hello, good people. I am Marilee. I have heard that you will fight the wolves in the old ship. Is it true? Aye, we will seek them out and destroy them. I don't know what you're talking about. Leave me alone. It is true. What business is it of yours, wench? Option 1. Please help me, stranger. I have no one left to turn to. What is it, girl? That's too bad. I'm not a brain-dead paladin to be ordered about by any pretty girl that turns my head. I won't help you either. Option 1. My baby, they have him. You must save him. Oh, please. Slow down, miss. You have my attention. Stop your sniveling, wench. Show me some gold, and then we'll talk. Option 1. It has been so hard not knowing. 2 moons ago, my husband took my son out hunting with him. They were attacked by those horrible wolf creatures. They killed my husband and took my baby. Kaisha says that they took the baby away to eat him, but I know he's still alive. They won't go and look for him, and they stop me from leaving the village. You have to help me. I could never turn my back on a child who is in distress. If he is still alive, I will find him. Of course I'll help you. What does your child look like, and where was he last seen? Obviously, your child is dead. It's a waste of time to go and look for him. You should listen to Kaishas. Option 2. He's a beautiful little boy with dark hair like his father. He is 3 moons old, and his name is Peladan. They took him from my husband northeast of the village in the woods. Have no fear, Marilee. No cowardly monsters can keep me from the child. He didn't say that I'd have to leave town. I'm afraid I can't help you. I'm afraid of monsters. Option 1. Thank you, friends. Please bring him back to me. Marilee's child. The villager Marilee has asked me to rescue her child who was captured by wolf creatures. Victoria? You mean Viconia? I haven't made up my mind between Jaheira and Viconia, because I usually go for best in-game benefits. Jaheira's romance gets you the Harper pin, which is a really fucking good item, but story-wise, Viconia's romance is very much my favorite. So I still haven't made up my mind. After we clear Baldur's Gate 1 and Siege of Dragonspear, we can talk about who to romance. Hell, I might just go with the Discord vote. The one thing we're not doing is romancing Aerie. No, hell no. I hate her so much. She just fucking annoys me. Alright. Let's loot the houses here inside the village. There's not really anything super valuable, but as you know by now,
I'm gone.
I am all about that thoroughness. We have a jade ring, which will fit nicely in the gem bag. There's something under this pillow. M-O-N. Oh, empty.
My honor is my life.
All right, well, there we go. All right.
As you will.
The other homes in the villages have some inside the wall have some equally minor
I care
loot.
not. I've done had enough of this.
We'll handle it anyway. There it is. 2 basic potions of healing.
Helm.
And out we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're a queer fellow.
That's exactly right. So the Jaheira
I've done
romance
had enough of this.
reward is the best, but I don't know. Maybe I like being bullied, but Viconia is definitely my favorite romance, like story and dialogue wise.
As you will.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. It's a ways away yet. All right. So we've looted everything in the village. Oakley dokley. Let's head out here.
With Helm's blessing.
It's time to speak to Joran. He's going to be an asshole, but he'll give us good advice if we're nice to him.
Move along.
Brave heroes, eh? Fools, more like it. Silence, cur. Think carefully before you speak to your betters in such a manner. Have we offended you in some way, sir? We claim to be neither heroes nor fools. Explain yourself. It is my job to protect the people of my clan from all dangers, including your promise of deliverance from the man-wolves. I have fought the beasts. You and your handful of warriors have little chance of defeating these monsters. I don't want you running around making promises that cannot be kept. You are entitled to your opinion. Allow our actions to speak for us. We will not demand your respect until we prove ourselves before you all. I'm not interested in your opinion. By all accounts, you people have never left this island since your ancestors were shipwrecked here several centuries ago. You will forgive me if your opinion holds little weight with me. Now run along, toy soldier. I think there are some weeds to battle in the garden. You said that you have fought these beasts. Tell us what you know about them and their weaknesses. 3. The wolves can appear to be human, but don't be fooled. They are animals at heart. They will kill for pleasure as much as for food. The younger wolf beasts are much weaker than their elders. They are dark brown in color with some black fur. They are completely tactless. They will attack without thought, regardless of the odds. The older beasts are black with some silver fur. They are powerful and cunning foes. Some of them can even cast spells. They live on the ship of our ancestors. A great black brute rules them. He calls himself Karug. The beasts cannot be injured with normal weapons. Only blessed or enchanted weapons will harm them. They will always change to their true form to attack. That is all that I can help you with. I hope that you are successful. All right. It's actually pretty helpful, Joran. Even if you were an asshole to start off. Let's head south now. Let's chat with Farthing. Anyone who has a name is usually worth talking to. Oh, I'm probably more in, I will enjoy survival mode on Skyrim more than I will Fallout 4, but I'm going to do Fallout 4 first, because you all have watched me play Skyrim like 3 times. So.
I lost my dolly.
My name's Farthing. I'm only 5. In a few years, my papa will let me hunt. Are you allowed to hunt? No, I'm only 3, so they only let me fish and play with dolls. Indeed, little girl, I can hunt at will. I believe that animals should be cherished and admired, not hunted and killed. Option 2. You're lucky. I don't like you.
Ooh, you smell.
We can be friends if you want. I've lost my dolly out in the woods. The gatekeeper won't let me go and get it. Can you get it for me? If I see it on my travels, I will bring it back to you. I have more important things to do, little girl. Option 1. Thank you. You can play with Dolly on the way back if you want. Thanks, I will. If I spot a dolly anywhere on the island, I should bring it back to Farthing. Yes, Oblivion. I'll probably do Oblivion before I do either of those, to be honest. All right. Thank you, Farthing. Next up, further south, there's another NPC with another quest named Evault. There he is. What's up, bruh?
I smell... outsider?
I welcome you to village, and I wish you luck in battle with evil that ship holds. I am Evault. I fish for clan in these savage waters. It is a pleasure to meet you, Evault. What can you tell me about the island? A common fisherman, eh? No point in talking with you, is there? Well met! We are the party of Travis. As you may have heard, we came here seeking knowledge of Balduran's final journey and were shipwrecked on the reefs in a violent storm. Tell me, sir, is there any way off of this island once we find the things we seek? Option 1. The island is not too big. With good wind, I sail around it in afternoon. There is a natural harbor on north of island and on east of island. The ship of my grandfathers of Balduran lies beached in North Harbor. The east harbor holds our hope for survival. The island is very dangerous outside of village. The monsters that live in ship will kill and eat anything that they catch. Listen, outsider, may I ask you for help? Certainly, what is it? I have important things to accomplish, so I'm afraid that I can't help you. Option 1. I know that you may not believe my story. No one else on island does. My brother excuse me. My brother left village 2 nights ago and has not returned. I know where he has gone, though I am ridiculed if I should say. Fear no ridicule from me, Evault. I have seen many strange things. What you say may well gain you ridicule. How shall I know unless you tell me? Option 1. Good people, there is a witch on this isle. My brother called her the Blue Lady, and those of us who ply these waters have all heard her singing at one time or another. Sounds like a siren. My brother Evan heard her more than most. I think that he went to find her. I think that he is under her spell. I must go and find him. This witch might kill him. He is strong, but he is under her spell. I fear that she will kill him before he realizes what is happening. Can you find my brother? No, I can't find him. My time is too valuable to be running about wasting it on the search for a none too bright fisherman. Or, what we're going with, tell me where this witch is, and I shall try to find her. I don't know exactly where she is. I have the sense to avoid her, unlike Evan, but I have only heard her singing along the west coast of the island. Evault's missing brother. Evault has asked me to search for his brother Evan, who he believes was taken by a blue witch. He has heard this witch singing along the island's west coast and suggests I might find Evan to the north. Okay. Sorry, DBZ, just try refreshing. But it's definitely on your end if everybody else is not having delay. Let's check out this house while we're here. Couple of
With
containers.
Helm's blessing.
And they are empty. Well, dilly dilly. At least that's easy.
With Helm's blessing.
All right. Let's head over here to this big house and go inside.
mate.
Talun, intrepid explorers, are ye? Not sailors, though. You don't have the walk. A sea dog like meself would know. I am Talun, once a sailor of Am, and now a proud member of this clan. As you say, we are not professional sailors. Do you mean to imply that you are? Mind your own business, old man. You seem to have knowledge of life off of this island. Is there a tale to go with it? Option 3. We sailed to Maztica and returned laden with spices. The ship was attacked by a kraken and dragged beneath the waves. Those of us that survived were pulled one by one into the kraken's beak to be eaten. I clung to some of the ship's planking, and somehow the kraken missed me. I drifted for days, eating me shoes and drinking only rainwater. Well, thank you, DBZ. I really appreciate the number pumping. Have a good day at work. I'm sorry you have to work on a Sunday, but I know how that goes, for sure. Eventually, I drifted to this island. I gained membership to the clan by showing the villagers new techniques for fishing and farming. The clan has been here since Balduran's time, you understand. They be sorely in need of the little bit of modern technology that I be having. It is a fantastic tale, I admit, but I swear it is true. What can you tell us of Balduran's final voyage? Why is it that these descendants of Balduran's crew haven't been able to escape the island? For that matter, why did the original crew not build a boat and sail for home? Your tale reeks of untruth. Krakens, eating one's shoes, only a fool would listen to you. Let's go option 1 first. I know only a bit of the story myself. They are very tight-lipped about the details surrounding their entrapment here. The crew stopped here to replenish supplies. They were attacked by savage lycanthropes, wolves that could turn into men if they so desired. In the battle, the ship was torched and the wolf beast chased the crew to this end of the island. The combatants fought to a standstill. The crew built this village and the wolf beasts took over the ship. Betwixt skirmishes, life went on. The female crew members took husbands and started families. Things remain much the same today. Why didn't the crew build another boat and escape their fate? It isn't so simple, ye landlubber. Balduran and his guide Dradil went missing in the battle. No one knows where this isle lays for certain. Nevertheless, an attempt has been made. The fishermen, under my tutelage, built a small boat. Salad Gan, our headman and husband to Caesius, sailed for the mainland nearly a year ago. We have not heard from him. He is assumed to be dead. I can say no more at this time, but I will offer you the advice that I never got. Watch yourself. Nothing on this island be as it seems. Not these people, not the monsters, and not meself. Do what you must quickly. You don't have much time. We met a former sailor from Am in the island village. He explained to us that Balduran's crew was attacked by savage wolf-weirs and holed up here where the village now stands. He believes that Balduran and his guide Dradil died at the ship. He went on to say the husband of the head woman attempted to make it to the mainland in order to effect the rescue of his clan, and has not returned. Can you really eat your shoes? If they're made of leather, yes. There's protein and viable calories in there. This I know, which is crazy, but it's true. All right.
What you want?
Let's loot this one. Talun has warned us to trust no one on the island. He seemed to be serious. Couple of pearls for the gem bag. Just a basic longsword. We don't need that, but we will take the moonbar gem. All right.
My honor is my life. Yeah!
Everybody out. Let's keep going. Do 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 do. Don't eat your Nikes, you will be sick. It's true. All right. So we got a little house here. Let's go loot that next. Got a commoner, a couple of
Yep.
containers. Dilly
I've
dilly.
done had enough of this.
Empty.
Helm, yeah!
Yay. Alright, so now let's head down here and start looting these little houses.
Yeah!
So we've been to those three, so we got 3 more homes to loot. Let's head there, boys.
I care not. I've done had enough of this.
And I kind of think you should just go in alone. That feels easier.
This way.
Healing potions. Put them in the case. Pearls and potions. Case everything, and let's move
By Helm!
to the next loot home. 2 more.
Yeah!
Yeah!
You're a queer fellow. This way.
Alright, let's see what this guy's
This way.
got. Ooh, oil of fiery burning. That'll fit nicely in our potion case. And one last
as you will.
little home.
What you want? This way. I've done had enough of this.
Alrighty.
Helm, give me strength!
We have looted all the homes. From here, let's head back to the village.
As you will.
So I don't think that's the one house we haven't been in yet. I don't think we even need to go there, actually. Let's head to these fields. Yeah, we'll be in that house for a quest later, so we can skip it for now. We've explored everywhere else. Lol, Gatekeeper, and Delaney. Let's talk to Delaney.
You are quite the novelty. I never seen your like before.
Well, hello there. There's quite the chatter of you around the village. None have seen your like before, not even some of the eldest. What is your name? My name is Travis, milady. What might yours be? My name is none of your affair. What do you want? My name? Travis. What of it? Option 1. Be not so formal, my lord. My name is Delaney, and I am pleasured to meet ye. I am sure you are, so what is there to do in this no-horse town? The pleasure is mine, I am sure. What do you do here? Yes, yes, now leave me be. I have no time for idle chatter. Be polite and we'll get a quest. 2. What do? I am history. Forgive me, I mean I am historian. I keep the stories of the great elders and some of the few relics of old. I learned the old tongue well, yes. I tried to keep the speech, but we have been our own for some time. What of you? What do you do? I seek adventure and travel. I bring righteousness and order wherever I go. I am a beachcomber of sorts. I salvage shipwrecks. None of your business, woman. A little of this, a little of that, whatever opportunity presents itself. Let's give a true neutral answer. I think option 1 is a good one. I have heard of such, of the wandering that knows no bounds. You seek adventure? There is little of such on the island home. I have but a mundane task to ask of you, if you hear me out. I will listen. What do you need of me? I have little time for your petty errands. Speak quickly. I have no desire to help you. There are more important things I must be doing. Option 1. It is a simple task, complicated some. The storm you felt that took your ship, it was fierce here too, and the cloak that draped the village center was cast to the wind. I think it is beyond the wall, and will not risk the beasts to get it, will you? A very prominent, though slightly odd, place for a cloak. Of what significance is it? Why should I bother to risk my neck for a simple cloak? Is it valuable? Bah! I am no errand boy. Option 1. It is from old as we as people, from the ship home that crumbled beneath, and it symbols the past we have come from. It drapes the village center as we use the past to move forward. You know how important symbols be? This is ours. The beast may have, and I need you to get. Will you help in this? Without question, I will help you. I will search and return as quickly as I can. And what shall be my reward for this task? Honest pay for honest work. I will do what I can for ye. I am not in the mood to fetch your lost toys. Find it yourself. Option 1. Thanks be. I will await you with hopeful heart. You are a welcome sight to my eyes. If you succeed, I wish you well. Delaney's task. I have met the village historian, a woman by the name of Delaney. She seemed rather nice, actually. I agreed to help her with a small problem she is having. It seems that an important relic of her village, a cloak, blew away from the chieftain's hut during a recent storm. It is probably outside the village walls, so I shall have to watch out for the beasts that the locals keep mentioning. Perhaps I should ask Delaney to tell me more about her people when I get back. I'm sure she wouldn't mind. All right, now let's chat with the... Oh, where did he go? There he is. Let's chat with the other guy who has a name. Lol.
You will not taint the village.
Stay away from my garden. I don't want my vegetables to be trampled upon. Don't worry about your garden. We're not here to trample it. Your head woman has asked us to defeat the monstrosities on the other side of the island. Sorry about that. We'll just leave you alone. Option 1. The wolf monstrosities killed my wife. Will you send a few of them to the hells for me? Your wife will be avenged. An honorable man would take his own revenge. Option 1. It is about time that someone avenged her. Without her, the fields are that much harder to keep healthy. Things will be better for you once we've killed those beasts. Before I go, is there anything you can tell me about the island outside of the village's walls? Option 2. Be careful when you leave the village. There are monsters everywhere on this island. An old farmer named Lal asked that I kill some of the beasts outside the village to avenge his wife. It is the least I can do. Perhaps I can also arrange for these people to be able to venture out beyond their village walls once again. All right. I know it's been a bit of a haul with dialogue and looting and a settlement, but things are about to get exciting. Promise. Okie dokie. There are 2 places we can get belladonna flowers out here, and we're gonna need them, so we should get them both. They're here and here. Oh, what the hell? There we go. All right. Ajantis, you can carry him for now. Let's have us a look. Belladonna flowers. An odd-smelling flower, though very pretty. All right. Let's carry those with us, and if we exit north, we can get to the rest of the island.
Gather your party before venturing forth.
And here we are. Fresh map. Dilly dilly. So, one thing that we want to do is with Ajantis. We actually want to switch to the Burning Earth +1. Because of that fire damage and the bonus against regenerating creatures. All right. So on this island, we're going to fight dire wolves as random spawns, which don't really matter. But the significant thing is we're also going to run into wolf weirs. And that is not easy.
My blade will cut you down to size. My blade will cut you down to size.
The dire wolves are pretty easy kills.
For sure!
As you can see. First thing we want to do is head north, just kind of tracking the coast until we run into a man named Palin.
You need something, stranger?
Mame. Alright. I kind of veered the wrong direction, but we can talk to him first. New actors in our little drama. Who might you be? Shipwrecked sailors, perhaps? What business is it of yours? Feeling somewhat cryptic today, are you? We are the party of Travis. We have come to retrieve artifacts from Balduran's ship. Leave me be, good man. I have no time to speak with you at present. Let's go 3. Are you not aware of the danger that lies within the bowels of that ship? The tales of superstitious villagers do not frighten me. Enough of this, we must be off. We will rid the ship of its vermin even as we retrieve that which we seek. I have been made aware of the lycanthropes that infest the ship. If they get in my way, then they will taste my steel. Bold and foolish adventurer, Karug will enjoy your company. Until he eats you, that is, I shall leave you to your fate. I have met Mame, one of the beasts that have plagued this isle. He gave the impression that Caitius and her people were not so different from he and his. We shall see. Alright. Now let's head over here and find this Palin fellow. Map out the island as we go. Clear the fog, all that jazz. Generally speaking, good things to
Hello.
do. There he is. What's up, bro? Good day to you, strangers. Excuse my abruptness, but I would ask your assistance. Just east of this place, there are monsters. They are attacking a small group of people. Please, if you have hearts, come and help me fight. Lead the way. Let us show these beasts the face of fear. Who cares? Get thee gone, beggar. Sure, I'll help. Of course, my party will claim any and all treasure collected in this little diversion. All right, let's do option 1. This way, this way. Palin and the monsters. Villainy is afoot. I have agreed to help a young man rout some monsters before they can do any harm. He leads the way as I write. Yeah, just get fucking ready. Here we be. I see no battle. State your purpose. Where might these fearsome monsters be? They are here. Come out, brothers. Alright.
Go for the eyes, Boo! Go for the eyes! Rask!
Ambushed! These creatures are cagey opponents. So he summoned some wolf weirs on us. When we kill him, we find Farthing's Dolly. Alright, good night, fuckers. Let's have a rest. And let's... Oh, basic wolves. Let's go turn in Farthing's Dolly. Since we found it.
For the glory of Helm!
See, Moon took a little damage, so yeah, we'll rest. We'll head down to where Farthing is. If I remember right, she's down by this house.
As you will.
So we'll go turn in her dolly. Dilly dilly.
Ooh, you smell.
Thanks for my dolly. I'm so happy you brought it back. I just wanted to hug you and, pet you and stuff. Bye-bye. Farthing was delighted by the return of her doll. Oh, good. Alright, let's head back to the north map now. And so from here, we want to continue northwest.
Yeah!
We can actually speak to Mame again. The only reward is some experience points, which are useless now, but there is technically a reward. So here we go. Let's have us a save. Let's chat with Mame.
You need something, stranger?
It seems that you have something of a desire for pain. I imagine that Karub will be quite pleased to receive your hearts for his table. I have gleaned all that I am able from you. Die quietly, won't you? Oh shit.
My blade will cut you down to size.
I have been attacked by Mame, one of the so-called beasts that plague this isle. He seemed to think that Caitius was no less trouble than his own ilk, and that I was foolish to help her. We shall see. Let's kill this wolf where? Good night, butthole. Onward. Let's keep going this way.
Fools to cross my path.
Cyrene Queen! Halt, land dwellers, who gave you leave to approach my home? The strength of my steel gave me leave. We have come to retrieve a fisherman named Evan, whom you have lured here with your foul magic. Sorry, I thought this was the local tavern. I am Travis, and these are my companions. Perhaps you could explain what happened to that fellow behind you. 3. I doubt that you would understand. Nevertheless, I will attempt to explain. I am a Cyrene, and as such must mate with a human male. My song lures them to me, and the males are most happy to oblige. Normally, both parties will benefit from the exchange. It is my time to mate, so I lured this fisherman to me. He attacked me and tried to force himself upon me. When my song no longer affected him, I took more drastic measures. This monster deserved to die. Perhaps even land dwellers can understand that. You did what you had to do. We would have done no less. We wish only to retrieve the body and leave you be. A likely story, murderess. Your lies are useless against me. You lured that man to you by magic. Obviously, your magic failed, and he fought to be free of your spells. I shall avenge his death, temptress. We don't need to fight her. None of the loot matters. We're at the XP cap, so let's be nice. Option 1. Well spoken, land dweller. You may have the monster's corpse if such is your wish. The party has gained an item, Evan's body. Alright, let's go turn that in to Evault to round out that quest. And there is, by the way, a real reason that I'm turning in the quests as I go. We're right to be suspicious of Caitius and the good guy village. I'll just put it that way. We get to a certain point, we can't turn in the quests anymore, so... Dreadwolves! No, we don't get... I don't think...
Time for a bit of the rough and tumble.
I don't think anything on Werewolf Island gets you reputation points. Might make sense in a story sense, since it's so totally isolated from the rest of the world, but... I might still go ahead and fight the Cyrene Queen.
For sure!
When I come back. Just for the completion factor. I do wish it would quit respawning critters. But obviously it's not going to do that.
Go for the eyes,
of hell!
Go for the eyes! Rusk!
For sure! For sure!
Get dead, buttholes! Alright, now we can rest. We can head back down. We can go chat to Evault, who... God, where was he? He was around here, wasn't he? I think so. I hope so. God, it's hard to know. No, I think... yeah, no, he's down here. That's right, he's right around here. I'll go give him his brother's body. You just get typical Cyrene loot. Like, I'm gonna do it when I get back. You get a few gems. She summons an army of ordinary Cyrenes, too, so it's not exactly an easy fight, but...
different.
It is as I feared. Thank you for returning his body. I am in your debt, friends. I had the unfortunate duty to tell Evault that his brother had died. I was able to retrieve the body, but nothing more could I do. Alright. Let's head back north again. While the party gathers, I'm going to use the restroom again. I also heard Tiff get home, so I'm going to say hello to her. Be right back. The chair tried to devour my headphone wires, but let's see if we can get out of here without fighting these black bears, because that's fucking useless. Alright, good. Here we go. Alright, back to where we left off.
Yeah!
I suppose we can go ahead and pick a fight with the Cyrene Queen. Does it change their minds, helping me later on? Why don't you just keep watching? There's no reason to spoil anything.
Think as you act, fool.
I will no longer consort with such as you. Leave me to my solitude. Oh, you want to be a twat waffle, do you? Get dead. Yeah! Alright. 308 gold.
Yep.
A lot of gems and some arrows of biting.
By hell!
And 6,000 experience.
With Helm's blessing.
Now, if you're mean to her, she spawns, like, I wouldn't call it an army, but she spawns several generic Cyrenes off to the north, which there's really no reason to fight. They give you 4,000 experience. No. Yeah, 4,000 experience, and they each drop a pearl, which
My blade will cut you down to size.
is useless at this point. And they do drop a few extra arrows of biting, but
Go for the eyes!
we don't really need it. We have quite the suite of enchanted arrows at this point. So here we are. Alrighty. Trucking onward. Just keep mapping out the edges of the island. As you can see, we're we kind of made it to the north coast, which is pretty awesome. That's absolutely right, Carefree. We have a lot of lurkers. And not even lurkers, just, I mean, just people who don't have anything to say right now. They'll chime in when the mood strikes them or they've got something to say, but I know Infinimora and DBZ and Lone Wonder are still here. Yeah, see, Infinimora says BRB. Martin says the villagers are xenophobic assholes. It's a little more complex than that, but yes, they are. That's certainly a true statement. Bears! Dire wolves!
My blade will cut you down to size.
Go fuck them up, team!
For the fallen!
My blade will cut you down to size.
Go for the eyes, Boo! Go for the eyes! Rusk!
Oh! Since somebody
My
said
blade
how.
will cut you down to size.
For the fallen!
So as you can see, Werewolf Island to me is not anywhere near as hard as Sturlag's Tower. The fights are easier, like everything is easier, but... Alright, let's just keep looping down until we get to our next scripted encounter, which is gonna be with a woman named Kryla. Just a little bit east.
Salutations.
There she is. Let's clear to the west first, and then we'll go deal with her. Alright. You can see the way things always eventually loop back together. We've got this path to the east here at the very south edge, which we're going to save for later. So now that we've mapped everything else, let's go let Kryla hassle us. Give it a quick save before we do.
Salutations.
Hello. Oh, please help me. They killed poor Jondal. Who killed Jondal? If this Jondal is dead, then he was weak and should never have been born. I will help you, fair maiden. Show me where this attack took place. Option 3. Hey, cousins. I'm glad you're watching. Good to have you, as always. They are this way. Please kill them. I am so frightened. I have met a woman who claims that someone named Jondal has been ambushed and killed by wolfmen. I will give chase and see that justice is served. Greetings and salutations. Jondal, I have brought you a feast. Oh, okay. I can't believe I fell for such a trick. Jondal is one of them. She led me into an ambush.
My blade will
Time for a
cut you
bit of a
down to
rough and
size.
tumble.
Well, let's murder the twat waffles. It's not really murder, they attacked me, but, you know. Get dead, fuckers. There's a basic dagger there. That is so utterly useless at this point in the game, but that's alright. Alrighty. Well, let's continue east. There's a building! And there's the shipwreck. Let's clear the rest of the map first. I don't think we're going to run into anything else significant. Yeah, let's hit the house. And then we just have this little southeast corner. And, of course, the shipwreck. In we go. Dradil!
You're not figments, are you? I'm not wasting any more time talking to figments.
Can it be? After so long? By Selune's blade I am saved! Do I know you, sir? Saved? Do you need assistance, sir? Who are you? Speak quickly, man, before my blade robs you of the ability. 2. Assistance? I need to get off of this cursed island. May I ask who you are? I will be glad to help as soon as I can find my own way off of the island. Why should I care? It's not my problem. 1. Forgive me, I have not had guests for several centuries. I am Dradil, mage and recent convert to the Church of Selune. I was the guide for Balduran's brave adventures to Ankarome and beyond. That was long ago. I have lived here for countless years alone, except for the occasional skirmishes with the diseased ones. They haven't attacked for some time. They fear me, it seems, but the younger ones refuse to learn the lessons of their fathers. Periodically, I believe it to be every generation or so, they will attack and learn the lessons that those who came before have already learned. I no longer have a taste for battle, but they are abominations not fit for this world. I suspect that they can even be cured of the condition. I write my theories in the diary that I keep. It seems to help me remain balanced amongst this horror. Do you mean to say that you sailed with Balduran? My employer would be very interested to meet you. He would like to know what happened. What is this disease that you speak of? Is that what killed Balduran? Sorry, I'm not here to listen to you whine about your lot in life. Why don't you tell me something useful? Option 2. Have you not seen the abominations? Lycanthropy is the disease I speak of. The wolfmen are everywhere. You must have encountered them. Aye, we did. We fought them and won. We met them right outside your home. In fact, we came to destroy them. We understand that their lair is on Balduran's ship. Perhaps you should tell us your tale. 2. By the gods, if you are willing to fight these terrors, then you must assist me. I will fight them for a noble cause. 2. Must. You are hardly in the position to tell me what I must or must not do. Run your own errands, coward. I have no fear of these cowardly beasties. Show me their lair, and I will put them to the sword. 3. Truly I am in your debt. The lycanthrope's lair is in Balduran's ship. My spellbook lies within. With it, I am a powerful mage. Without it, I am the pauper that stands before you. These few wards I cast are gifts of pity from Selune. I have turned to the goddess in my fear and solitude. Perhaps my lengthy imprisonment is but a penance, so that I might become worthy of the goddess. I digress. With my spellbook retrieved, I may be able to discover a way off of the island. If you go to destroy the lycanthrope's lair, I would ask that you find my book. Where might this book be found in the ship? I will be far too busy simply surviving. I can't help you. Now that I know of your book's existence, I'll find it and use it for myself. Option 1. My spellbook is in a chest in my cabin. The cabin is next to Balduran's on the level just below the decks. Please hurry back with it. This amulet is all that I can offer you as protection against the lycanthropes. Should you need to rest, I hope that my humble abode will serve you well. We have met an elven mage named Dradil who seems to be a bit insane. He claims to be Balduran's friend and to have been the navigator on the hero's final voyage. He also claims that this island is infested by lycanthropes. Dradil asked us to retrieve his spellbook from the wreck of Balduran's ship. The book supposedly lies in a chest near Balduran's cabin. Now, this guy's got more dialogue, I think.
As you will.
Might have to get it later. Please go to the ship and find my spellbook. Well, fine. Let's loot his house.
This way.
Mo Belladonna. A holy cloak.
There's something most unnatural here, and I want no part of it.
Staff mace +2. This weapon appears to be a normal large walking staff, but it has a faint aura of alteration magic. Uttering the command word causes the staff to assume the attributes of a mace, allowing it to be wielded with one hand. This was likely designed for clerics or druids, though that does not preclude use by most others. I don't think... in the original game, it was worth giving this to Vicky. It was an improvement over Ashadina, but since they separated out the proficiencies, that's really not true anymore. Another Belladonna, and the Holy Cloak is actually what, what's her name? Delaney has asked us to retrieve. This cloak is a holy artifact of the inhabitants of the island village, an item with more symbolic value than actual enchantments, as it is a remnant from when they first arrived on the island. Alrighty. Now there's, I think, a little bit more loot here in the other side of his house. Might just be a... yeah, the recipes and ruminations of one Dradil of Tethir. Formerly, a lovely bun cake brightens anyone's day. The recipes herein are mine own imagining, and thus ingredients are subject to change as per my whim. Belladonna bun cake, a simple little dish for a rainy afternoon. Corn flour, the eggs of a seabird, a spoon of the whitecap fungus, the fruit of your choice for sweetening, 1 small measure of the belladonna root. Prepare as one would a bread loaf, though less time given to the rising. Bake in a well-stoked hearth under leaves for 1 turn of the hourglass. Notes to myself, refrain from eating this ever again. Exceptionally poisonous. Remember the unfortunate week on the kitchen floor. Drodil's Vegetable Surprise, a dish that turned out surprisingly edible, not recommended as the primary meal every day for 300 years. Some disorientation may result. Place 2 cups of virgin Netherese olive oil and 1 large chopped onion in a large pot. Saute onions in oil over medium fire until onions begin to become clear. Add 2 chopped carrots and 2 chopped stalks of celery. Saute for an additional 3 minutes. Add 1½ quarts of water and bring to a boil. Add 2 diced and peeled potatoes, 1 cup of white wine. I find that a Mytherinian vintage is perfect. 1 bay leaf, 2 diced tomatoes, and chopped parsley to taste. Cook covered over medium-smallish fire until vegetables are almost tender. Add 2 cups of chopped spinach and cook for an additional 15 minutes. Serve hot and garnish with grated cheese. Note, for Orcish version, replace all ingredients with turnips. Curative ingredients for the dispelling of lycanthropy, Mother's family recipe. Notes, Mother's topical salve is a rather large failure. Research further with the following in mind. The creatures on this isle are unusual beyond their splitting into 2 factions. Theirs is an odd curse, one that defies the traditional remedies, such as the unfortunately dangerous muffins previous. The one is not without hope. The exotic origin of the original stock suggests a unique enchantment, not unlike that of the more widely known vampiric afflictions. The casual bite might be averted using such things as the belladonna flower, but an intentional infection could actually require the extermination of the leader of the clan. This is merely conjecture, of course, as I have been unable to examine said leader. Despite my strange immunity, his is a strength that could still inflict a measure of serious damage upon my physical form. He and I have spoken on occasion, though his tolerance of me is no more resilient than mine is of him. Further notes to myself, future offerings of peace to either of the Wolven clans should not take the form of muffins of any sort. The bachelor's crutch, noodles of quality and convenience. Ingredients, a measure of noodles, boiling water, container. Combine ingredients in container. Enjoy. Oh yes, enjoy. Notes to myself, should probably be supplemented with something of nutritional value, lest my bones become brittle as chalk. Perhaps the container. All right, and before I fail to notice, we have received the Wolfsbane charm, a silver amulet containing powdered wolfsbane. Thaco +2 versus lycanthropes, damage +2 versus lycanthropes. Let me check my endgame stats right quick. Yeah, Jantis is going to wear the Wolfsbane charm. That's the only change. Okay. Well, hold on. I also need to see about the Protector +1. See where that goes. That's good. That's good. That's good. Vicky should have one. All right. Back in. All right, so Ajantis gets the Wolfsbane charm and actually wears it. That Protector +1 is now just vendor trash. Alrighty.
My honor is my life.
Off we go. Into the shipwreck. Although,
With Helm's blessing.
before I do that, that's kind of the big final thing. Let's see about this other path down here.
As you will.
Just for completion's sake. Lost! Hello! Good to see you. Good to see you. I don't think there's actually anything worthwhile over here at all. Nope, there's not. But now we're complete. The shipwreck. Final destination, so to speak. So let's roll up there and save. You're having a Talisker! I have had that before. It is such a delightful scotch. Enjoy, my friend. So I think what we're going to do is when we finish Werewolf Island, I'm going to take a lunch break, and then I'll come back after I eat to do Chapter 7 and finish off the game, if that sounds all right with all of you. Cutscene! Yes, Martin, we went to the Dalwhinnie distillery, actually. Alright, so we got a boatload of wolves and one wolf weir. Well, let's fuck everybody up.
For the fallen!
Let's kill the wolf weir first. It's by far the most dangerous thing. Next, we'll target the vampiric wolf. Alright, everything else is pretty easy. I think the dread wolves are the strongest things left. Then the dire wolves.
Go for the eyes, Boo! Go for the eyes!
Lululul! For sure!
And then finally the wargs.
Fallen!
My blade will cut you down to size.
I thought we had killed that one already. Not bad. There we go. Alright. You can see little bits of loot in here.
Fellow.
2 containers, to be specific.
This way.
Let's get on those. Yes, there are greater wolf weirs. We haven't seen one yet, but they exist. Let's case everything. Do 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 do. I think there's a trap in here too. Yep. Protag can hold the sea charts, that's fine. Alright, let's have a
Helm.
rest.
Give me strength!
So we got a little beat up in that fight. Oh, we cannot rest here.
Yeah!
We must rest outside. Well, okay. That's fine.
Yeah!
Let's head up to level 2.
With Helm's blessing.
If you're thinking we're going to fight more wolves, you're absolutely right. Alright, so we've got 5 wolf weirs and a vampiric wolf.
For the fallen! For sure!
Let's kill the wolf weirs first.
My blade will cut you down to size.
They're pretty easily the most dangerous thing.
For sure!
And now we'll turn to the vampiric wolf.
What you want?
And now we'll do some looting.
This way.
There are 2 traps on this level. There's number 1. Oh, hello. Bracers of binding. The bracers appear to be bracers of specialization, but when donned, they bind the wearer's wrists together, making it quite difficult to wield a weapon or cast a spell. These bracers are sometimes offered as rewards for services rendered by the drow. The recipient, believing them to be very powerful, will often don them before examining them. At this point, the drow find it amusing to conjure a hook horror. Very bad. Hi, Tuco. No, it's not a new Game Plus. It's a first playthrough. Alright, Bracers of Binding. Dilly dilly. Let's go check the other one, which I believe is also a trap. Yes. Got a fresh dagger here, and I think I actually forgot to actually loot that. So we have an oil of speed for the potion case. Silver dagger. Have to have protag ID that. Maybe that too. Wand of lightning. That's vendor trash. And alright. We need to rest anyway.
By
So let's
Helm!
head back outside.
Yeah! With Helm's blessing.
And let's identify the dagger. Werebane +1. This +1 dagger acts as a +4 dagger versus lycanthropes. Dynala Goldenhand, an elven ranger who wished to rid her homeland of its werejackal problem, forged the dagger. She was killed by a tribe of orcs in the Grey Peak Mountains as she tracked the werejackal leader. Alright, very interesting. I don't think we're going to have anybody actually use Werebane, but yeah, no, I'm not going to bother. So, up we go to level 3.
As you will. Yeah!
Now, Imoen's got her thief skills back, remember? She can use, she's wielding the whistling sword +2.
With Helm's
right.
blessing.
Wolfwears! And vampiric wolves.
My blade will cut you down
Wreck
to
'em.
size.
For a bit of the rough and tumble.
For the glory of Helm! For the glory of Helm!
A little confused why Minsk got held, but I should be able to win anyway. We'll see. Alright, only one Wolfweir left.
My blade will cut you down to size.
Alright.
Yep.
Imoen, let's find traps, because there I think
I've
at
done
least
had
2 up
enough
here.
of this.
Potions and a medium shield. I like that we're looking at cannons on the sides of the ship. Alright, stash the potions. ID the acid arrows and just hold them. We're gonna have to identify those.
My honor is my life. With Helm's
after we wander
blessing.
outside to rest yet again.
With Helm's blessing. As you will.
Not that it's a problem. Alright.
With Helm's blessing. Yeah!
First 3 levels clear. Let's get ready for level 4.
Yeah!
There it is. Alright. Dilly dilly, as they say. Hey Reaper! I am well. How are you, my friend? It's good to see you. Alright, let's spell buff this time.
Yes?
Spoiler alert. Stone skin for both mages. Remove fear.
Yes, oh omnipresent authority figure.
And defensive harmony. Let me see. I don't think I really need anything else.
Night Singer, give me power.
Protection from evil, 10-foot radius. We'll do that.
What now, I wonder?
Oh, and duh, of course we'll do haste.
You're a queer fellow.
And we want to fully buff Imowen, because she's going to spawn in a pretty bad position, so... We'll have everybody do,
What you want?
blur and mirror image, too. Then we should be good.
Where to now?
Ulsa?
Alright, that should be good.
Yes?
Protag blur.
Helm, give me strength!
Alright. We should be good now.
As you will.
Karug, who dares to come unannounced? Torture and death to all who intrude upon bloody Karug. We are the party of Travis. We have come to put an end to your reign of terror over this island. Names matter not to the dead. We are strangers shipwrecked on this island, and you are obviously the most powerful ally around. We wish to join your clan. We wish to join you. Silence, dog boy. You and your bitch die now. 1. Reign of terror, outsiders. You speak to Cassius, yes? She tell you lies about my people. It is not truth. Karug will tell you truth. You have my attention. Go ahead. I'll not listen to your lies, murderer. My weapons do the speaking now. If you aren't evil after all, then I bid you farewell. Option 1. They have told you that my people are evil, but truth is different. They hate us because we are not like them. They kill us on sight. They set fire to our home. You should kill the others. We are innocent. We kill only to defend. 1. Why were we attacked by your people outside? They asked us no questions before attacking. That story is quite different according to our knowledge. In fact, we were told that you killed a hunter and took his child. The child that I see you holding matches the description. How would one explain that contradiction? 3. Enough of this charade. Your evil ends today. 1. You come to my home with weapons drawn. We must defend this ship from danger. You would do same in your home. Well put and entirely unbelievable. The dance of words ends and the dance of death begins. I would give an intruder the opportunity to explain themselves first. 2. You do not kill my family and dare to question me. Die if you cannot understand. Alright, so he spawns 4 lesser wolf weirs. And we have Karug and Dace.
As you will.
We're going to be in a much better spot downstairs. So Karug turns into a greater wolfweir. Speaking with this lout Karug has proven ineffective. Combat is my only recourse. It seems to be all he understands. So be it. Likely the island will be better off without him. It shall be my favor to the other inhabitants. So we'll actually probably be better off if we kill the 4 normal ones first. So I'm going to kind of focus in on them.
Go for the eyes, Boo! Go for the eyes! Rusk!
We're pretty fortunate that Dace didn't follow us down. Now we gotta kill the Greater. Most of our weapons are ineffective. I think the only things that hurt him are, I actually think Ajantis' sword is the only thing that hurts him. And as you can see, he regenerates. So hold on, let's, Jahira's proficient in daggers. Let's give her Werebane. Just for this fight. Got him! Alright. Peladan. You found this toddler named Peladan in the Wolfweir's lair. Let's take that. Let's put the Dagger of Venom back on Jahira. Up we go. Because we still gotta hear kill Dace. Who's just transformed into an ordinary wolf weir.
Yep.
Oh, Imoen's inventory is full. A knave's robe. All sorts of vendor trash. Something we'll have to identify after arrest. Alright.
I care not.
Dilly dilly, that actually went pretty well.
I've done had enough of this.
We're gonna have traps on this level though, so let's disarm them. And let's loot. Balduran's logbook. Butter knife of Balduran. Oh man. Legends often speak of Balduran's butter knife. The hero would allow no other utensil to touch his condiments. It is believed that his mother gave the ornate butter knife to him as an 18th birthday gift. I mean, we'll take it, of course. Balduran's logbook. It would appear that time has not been kind to the pages of this tome, but snippets of information are still readable. This is the logbook of the good ship Wandering Eye under the command of the most earthy Balduran. We'll return once we have again seen far-off shores. The men are restless, but the promise of wealth rivaling our last voyage will keep them well in line. Weather is clear, and we shall make anchor home in goodly time, of that I have no doubt. Have calmed the crew, though nervous they will remain. I blame them not, for it was not a pleasant encounter in the least. Bloody elves would do well to remember that the sea belongs to no one save the gods that guard her. I shall avoid the northerly passage just the same, if only to prevent another overzealous boarding party. Such paranoia from the fair folk. Arrived in Anchorome, and I am remembered by a goodly number of people, not all fondly. But his grace has deemed me worthy to proceed through his lands. I am quite sure the 200-strong complement of the Wandering Eye aided in the decision. Still, we were received in good humor, and I will not request tribute. Adventure it has been, such wealth as this, only in the deepest ruins of home. Here it is almost for the taking, with only a measure of diplomatic discussions as the cost. Attacked and barely made it to the ship in time. Dradil did warn of such, but who is to trust a word from his mouth? I do swear his senses seem addled at the best of times. The crew, but a larger share for the remaining, will keep them well and truly happy. I shall conscript replacements from the local populace this night, and we shall set our sails at dawn. Delays, but with 150 new hands, one must expect the going to be slow at the start. They seem quite calm and orderly, not at all as I expected. Should have searched. We cast him out, but his words eddy inflamed the crew. I know not what was worse, the shaman's constant, or the reaction of the crew when he was committed to the sea. Their eyes are and resigned. I dislike a crew with no fire in their bellies, but I do suppose it is better than a fire in the hold. Weather unseasonable, and the mood does worsen. As well, beetles have beset the food stores, and we shall surely be hungry long before reaching the coast of home. Set aground to forage. It is a small isle, but will yield what we need. Perhaps I shall, on my own while the crew. Time on land will do them good. Original men seem quite shallow in the face, quite different from the pallor of the new recruits, but all are most definitely ill. And an ornate bastard sword.
What now? I want done and done.
We'll have Protag grab.
This way.
Pull Imoen out
A
of the way.
simple task.
All right. I want Imoen to have at least one open inventory slot, so...
My honor is my life.
And last,
yeah!
we need to open this
What
one
you
too.
want? This
See if
way.
Imoen can pick the lock. Looks like we have master thievery going. Should be fine. Dradil's spellbook. The writings within this book are incomprehensible, perhaps to anyone but Dradil himself. It would appear that his mind was a bit touched even before his exile here. Give that to Ajantis too. It is just a quest item.
Give me strength!
And
As
that is
you
it
will.
for the shipwreck.
With
So,
Helm's blessing.
down we shall go.
As you will.
Down, 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 and out. We shall rest. I don't care for that. No. Now that I am at the experience cap, I have no patience for random battles. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, here we go. So, let's pass that to Imoen for her to identify. Cloak of Protection +1. Well, we've seen that a million times before. We'll give it to Vicky as vendor trash. Protag. The Shield Amulet. I believe we've seen one of these before, too. I'm nearly 100% certain we don't need the Cloak of Protection +1. Or, for that matter, the sword we've found. Except for very temporarily here on the island. Let me just check. That's a no. 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 Alright, we're good. Yeah, so we're not going to use any of this gear except possibly the until we leave the island, the sword. Which, as you've no doubt already figured out, is going to require us to rest again to get a fresh identify charge. Fuck off. We're at the experience cap. I don't care for random battles. Alrighty. Let Imoen use her identify charge. The Sword of Balduran. This ornate but poorly balanced weapon was found within the wreck of Balduran's ship. Gold weapons are not known to be useful in combat, but legends say that only weapons forged of gold can harm such dread creatures as the Loup-Garou. So the only person who has a bastard sword proficiency is Ajantis, so we'll put it in his inventory. We might need it later.
Yeah!
Let's go back to Dradiel's house and turn in his spell book.
Yeah!
It is done! Freedom! Upon returning his spellbook to him, the mad elven mage Dradiel promptly left without so much as a thank you. Ungrateful swine. I do wonder where he's gone on this accursed island. Alright. Alright, well, let's go back to the south side. To the village.
Yeah!
Surely we have killed the main bad guy and all will be well. Right? 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 Ha 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 ha. Alright. So we need to turn the kid into Merrily. And Delaney.
I don't know you. You are a stranger.
My son, I have missed you so much. Thank you, friends. I am forever in your debt. Young Merrily has her child back, and I have another friend here. Hopefully they will be more careful in the future. Alright. Now let's go visit Delaney.
interesting.
Ah,
I'm not used to such as you.
you have returned and look hopeful. I trust in you. Have you the cloak as I asked? I do, Delaney. It is frail and old, but seems none the worse for wear. I do, but I wonder what I should request in return. Perhaps a few questions you might answer. I have it, but I still wish to be paid for my efforts. Option 1. I am grateful beyond measuring, but I sad as well that I have nothing to give. Perhaps there is something else you wish that I can help. Perhaps just a few questions, milady. Some history of you and yours. You have nothing I want. We have determined this already. Take your cloak and leave me. A tale or two, perhaps, or just pleasant chatter for a time. Tell me of yourself. 3. Myself? I am flattered, but there is little to say. My great-great-grandmother came to the shore on the ship home, but lived not long. I was born not a leap to the south of here, long after the beasts were cast out, and here I live. We kept the stories, but I say they were tainted by bad memory and superstition. We are all pups in the larger sight. Our people are young. Ah, but I asked about you, and you have changed the subject. Are you happy here? Did the dangers not frighten you? I have heard enough of your people. They offer no surprises for me, just a simple island folk. Bah, I waste my time here. Young, but not without their charm, just as you are. What of your role? Are you valued here? Have you thought of leaving? 1. Your interest is charming, to say least. No, I am not frightened here. We are not weak, just few in number. Our pack is strong within, and the wall keeps those away that would harm. I am happy, though there is much out there, yes. Perhaps I will see someday. Perhaps that day is close at hand. You are smarter than your fellows, and would do well on the mainland. I could take you away from here. Possibly, though you have much here that people would want. Despite your isolation, I would not be quick to leave. For a price, I could take you with me when I go. 1. I beg pardon? If you please, talk not to me like that. I am suddenly uncomfortable. My sincere apologies, milady. I meant no disrespect. Please speak of your people. Oh, come now, I think we can speak candidly. I find this place boring, and I am working to leave. There could be room for one more when I go. Someone young, intelligent, beautiful. I am uncomfortable as well, trying to hide my distaste for this place. You naive islanders with no ability to protect yourselves, you are weak and simple. 2. This conversation is at end. Leave me and take your outsider talk with you. You are more animal than you look, which is funny for reasons you not know, especially since I have been civil and you have rude. Leave me. I seem to have made Delaney mad at me, though I think she is just touchy and unused to my kind of person. She said I was more animal than civilized, and that their pack was strong without me, as if I would want to stay here with them anyway. Delaney did have a nice manner, though. Ah, well, there are plenty more fish in the sea. Alright. And let's also talk to Lol, since we killed plenty of the bad guys.
And leave. I do not wish you around.
Thank you for destroying those terrible beasts. To tell you the truth, I didn't think much of you when you first arrived, but now I have to say you'd make welcome additions to the village. Lol was grateful for my defeat of Karug. I've made a lot of friends here. He said I would make a good addition to the village. Doesn't matter. Okay. That is everybody. It's time to go talk to Cassius again. If you're thinking, this isn't going to go well, you're absolutely right. Do-do-do-do-do. Okie dokie. So we're going to make an anchor save here, because we actually get back on the timer to get off the island. Yeah. It ain't good. You don't want to have to rest. You don't want to spend spell charges. You don't want to take damage. So let's have this conversation now.
With Helm's
This is our home. You are the intruders here.
Were you successful Did the beasts fall before you? They did, and now our way is clear. We can escape as soon as you show us where your new ship is. I have not killed them all yet. I will keep trying. 1. Then you are truly deserving. No more thought of fight or flight, for now you will belong as we. Hear the tale and join our humble legion. They did not wish to become as we are. They fought our mothers' grandmothers without thought and would not reason. Balduran led them, and because of his leadership, many on both sides died. I do not know his fate, only that he killed many, and so the ancestors left him to his sinking ship. He would not belong, and now we know not to ask. You will know peace with us, because we do not wish to harm our saviors, you who would help us to leave. So remember that werewolves don't drop anything, and we're at the XP cap, so we don't need to run around fighting everybody. Do you see these simple people before you? They are your kin now. Look at their smiling faces. Take their hands and know peace. We can sense within you that the beasts have unwittingly given you the gift, and you can belong. Our fate is now your fate, and in time you will be as we, not as the beasts. We will shape and guide, for we are masters of ourselves. We are man, then animal, but more than both. Now you will belong, it not so bad, and you will begin to feel as we in a short time. It may be unstable for a time, you may hurt, but you will live, and we shall all go to new forests and plains with your maps and our ship home. I will hold the sea charts for now, please you will give. We welcome you to wolfenkind, and to family you now belong. The beasts you have killed were animal and evil, but we are proper lycantho, and noble in our peace. What have you done? I will fight you to the death. I will never belong. You have infected me with lycanthropy. You are utterly evil. That doesn't sound too bad, I suppose. We shall be free to run. Let's go 3. I say nay, Caesius Gan, and others with me. Hold your tongue, Talus. What do you speak of? These mongrels are not welcome. We pure of blood from ages of the change. These cattle not as we. We should kill those that take the bite. They will only dilute our grace. They would be our saviors, Talus, and you threaten? What sense is this? The best sense. I sense their filth, their difference. We are pure and should stay so. None will let them live. I have told to the village their hatred and the things that their kind does to we. Believed me, our people have. These mongrels will not leave alive, but we shall, with ship and maps. You would turn our own against those who would save. Fools you are. Travis, I absolve you for what you must do. I must take your charts, as I cannot see them damaged in the coming conflict. Defend from what comes. I will decide later what to do about the gift. Werewolves! They descended from the original crew of Balduran's ship, but they are all werewolves. That's why their ship was scuttled in the first place. They infected me with lycanthropy as a gift so that I might belong with them. I'm sure we could have resolved things, but other members of their village would not have it. I must fight my way through them now and escape as best I can. So remember, the cure is to kill the clan leader. And now that we're infected, we've got about 48 hours. We have 6 rest periods until our party members start turning into greater wolf weirs and attacking us. And if we kill them, it's a permadeath. So, as I mentioned, we made a hard save because we're on a timer now. Let's kill this here werewolf. Alright, Talus is dead. That's good news. Jantis took some damage, but he's in the green, so that's fine. Out we go. Every single villager except for Merrily and Delaney are going to turn into werewolves and attack us.
Go for the eyes, Boo! Go for the eyes! Rusk!
Glory of hell! For a bit of the rough and tumble.
So now we're going to go into this big house we ignored earlier.
With Helm's blessing.
You're not figments, are you?
Gritty
I'm not
Hill.
wasting any more time talking to figments.
Adventurers, you must leave this place. These are the spawn of the cursed ones that murdered us so many years ago. They have broken into two factions. The dark ones inhabit the ship, and the lighter ones have built this town. These ones have built a ship. If you hurry, you may yet escape. Where's the ship? What else have you discovered? We have no need of your help, elf. Where is this ship? The ship lies beyond the mountains to the east. I have discovered a series of caves, warrens really, that the wolf monstrosities live in. There is a hidden door in this hut. The caves will lead you to the ship. I warn you now, the way is fraught with peril. Head east through the caves and you may find the exit. The chieftain's woman is at the boat right now. Hurry, friends, I thank you for my freedom. Would that I had the power to help you escape myself. Ah well, perhaps we shall meet again someday and I will repay you for your assistance. Alright, so you can run around the island killing werewolves, but there's absolutely no reason at this point. We're in a hurry. We can't really rest, so...
You're a queer fellow.
We do, however...
I've done had enough of this.
Want to check the containers here in this area.
My honor is my life.
Looks like all there is a little basic dagger. Well, okay. Not bad. We're about to wrap the expansion.
As you will.
Which is awesome. At that point, as I believe I mentioned, I intend to take
as you will.
A lunch break, and then we'll come back and stream the end of the game. Chapter 7, the final confrontation with Saravok, all of it. Alright. We gotta clear the warrens, but we need to not get wrecked too badly when we do.
With Helm's blessing.
See, I couldn't take that because I got wrecked pretty badly. And we've got multiple fights to survive. Without rest. So. We gotta save scum a bit and get pretty lucky. There are 4 spots in these caves with loot.
Fallen!
And of course we're gonna find them all. This is me we're talking about. The good news is the werewolves are weaker than the wolf weirs, as you have probably already noticed. Significantly weaker. So... we just gotta map out these warrens, find the exit and the 4 loot spots, kill everything else.
Go for the eyes, Boo! Go for the eyes! Run!
That's a little more damage than I like
As
to
you
take.
will.
I don't want anybody to drop out of green before the big fights.
For the fallen!
I believe I mentioned it. There are 2. I also can't waste spell charges because we can't rest. We're on a timer, so.
For sure!
For the glory of Helm!
That's true, actually. I could actually use some health potions, which I've like never done. This whole playthrough. Doesn't matter much. Alright, here we go.
You're a queer fellow.
First little batch of potions. Stick him in the case.
My honor is my life. Yeah!
My blade will cut you down to size.
Let's not take that hit.
My blade will cut you down to size.
As you will.
For the fun! For sure!
Alright, got them. Obviously have more map to clear. 3 more bits of loot to find. Then we can get out of here. We've cleared about half the map already, which is not bad. There's our second little bit of loot.
My blade will cut you down to size. You're a queer fellow.
Potion of regeneration.
My honor is my life. As you will.
2 more little bits of loot. And not a whole lot of map to clear, which is nice. Probably a couple more werewolf fights, but that's alright. There's our third little bit of loot. Potion of defense. Alright, 1 more loot bit to find, and here it is.
What you want?
Easy peasy. Potion of cold resistance. Alright, we found all the loot.
Helm.
Now we're just mapping the dungeon before we leave. Probably 1 or 2 more werewolf fights, I'd guess. Yeah, don't get in the yellow, that's not good. That's Viconia. Viconia has a permanent blur effect because she's wearing the Cloak of Displacement.
Time for a bit of the rough and tumble.
Oh, come on. Imoen, stop.
As you will.
Imoen, you stop being in the lead. I'll send in my good old boys. Ajantis and Protag.
Go for the eyes!
That's a little more damage than I'm comfortable with Protag taking. Oh! I was wrong. There are 5 bits of loot. Alright. Damn it! Come on!
As you will.
Do better, boys.
My blade will cut you down to size.
There we go. Dilly dilly. I don't like timers. I wish I could just rest.
You're a queer fellow.
An oil of speed. My
Tis
list.
akin to my home.
My honor, as you
But
will.
home does not welcome me.
Alright, so yeah, we've almost mapped the whole thing. There's the exit. Right there. Here on the east side, so yeah, we're clear. So let's head on through. Oh, look where we are. Isolated little corner of the map that we couldn't get to before. Okay, we need to put Werebane back on Shahira. We'll use the Sword of Balduran with Ajantis. Nothing else is even going to hurt our next two fights. So, you know, make of that what you will, but we'll send everybody in. As you can see a little dock here, you can see a boat, an intact boat. You have done what must, but now I stop. Here you hold, and here you must die. Why should we fight? We can still leave on your ship. Why don't we all leave together? You will die like the rest of your kind, monsters, all of you. I do not wish to exterminate you all. Just give me the charts and the ship, and I can go. 1. Why must we fight? Cannot let you leave knowing all this. We could have existed peacefully, but now you have fought and will never accept. Others will come to kill or capture. Adventurers like you always come, do they not? No, I must fight and you must die. We may still have hope if Salad returns, but you cannot help anymore. Gold. So she turns into a Luke Garou, which is even stronger than a Greater Wolfweir. But, fortunately, it's a one-target type situation.
For the glory of Helm!
For sure!
Caesius left me no choice but to fight. Now I must watch my back against someone named Salad, the missing chieftain. And we got the sea charts back. All right. So we can head back to the mainland by clicking on the sail. And it's noteworthy that once...
Cold plate and packing steel.
Now that Caesius is dead, we're off the timer.
Helm,
so
give me strength!
We're free to rest, although I don't care to be... Although I certainly don't care to be interrupted. Come on. Alright, all is well. Let us roll.
As you will.
This will take us back to Olgoth's Beard.
The journey home is mercifully without incident, though the events on the Isle you left behind continue to weigh heavily on your mind. On the surface, it would seem that you have succeeded in your mission and found the remnants of the legendary Balduran's ship, if not the ultimate fate of the man himself. The cost of this information was high, however, both for you and for the island's inhabitants. Aside from their missing chieftain, they will never leave their island home, though likely this is for the best of all concerned. You have left with your life, and a rich reward awaits your return to the mainland. Mendus will be waiting to hear of your triumph, and it is quite a tale you have to tell.
You can't know without a guide, but you also can't really know what the timer is without a guide. So, we're back in Olgoth's Beard.
Fear my wrath, for it is great indeed.
Hirelings return. Master Salad awaits thee. You are mistaken, good fellow. We return to meet Mendus of Waterdeep. Who is this Salad you speak of? Out of my way, fool. I haven't the patience this evening. 1. The Master has many names on this accursed soil. Salad is the only true one. It is not thy concern. This tale grows thicker with each telling. Is Mendus, or Salad, if you will, the maid of Caesius Gan? I will decide whether or not it is my concern. Who are you? 2. I am Baresh. I am of the true race, as thee or not. The Master wishes to see his wife, Caesius Gan. Is she on the vessel still? It seems that we have been deceived. Caesius is dead, and her murderous ilk died with her. It is not your business. Step aside. Who is your master? We work for Mendus of Waterdeep. 1. Murderous wretch! Filth! The Master will eat thy marrow for this. So he runs inside. Alright, one last little fight to wrap up the expansion. We could spell buff. We don't really need to. Let's head inside.
I must be speaking to you. Listen, please.
You have returned empty-handed. Is what Baresh has said true? My wife is dead? She left us little choice. She has infected us with this vile lycanthropy and tried to prevent us from leaving. It was either us or her. Why did you send us? What was intended to happen on that island? 2. The logbook was nothing. Balduran was nothing. He refused the gift that grandfathers offered him. You were only to give sea charts to Caesius and kill Karug so he could not follow. Caesius would have brought pack here where I have prepared place for them. Miserable ones. You could not accomplish such simple things. Instead, you kill my family and steal the boat to save your cruel selves. It is time to end this banter now, Mendus. It is time that you pay for your lies and your evil. Prepare to die. We will leave now. It is just that we have prevented your cursed people from infecting the innocent people here. You brought Caesius's death upon her by sending us there with false pretenses. Even if I let you run, you will not get far. You are infected with lycanthropy. You will not go far before you lose control. It can only be cured by killing the chieftain of the werewolves. I am chieftain, and you have no chance. You will die here today. A bloody reckoning is at hand. To me, Baresh, my love shall be avenged. 100 gold.
For sure!
Here we go. The reclusive scholar. The mystery of Mendus and the island has become clear. Mendus Salad sent us to the island under the pretense of retrieving evidence from what was believed to be Balduran's shipwreck. It was indeed the adventurer's ship, though his personal fate yet remains a mystery. Balduran's crew were infected with lycanthropy sometime during that fateful voyage. The ship was beached and wrecked, leaving the two strains of lycanthropes, werewolves and wolfwears, to fight amongst themselves for survival. The more organized werewolves built the village near which we recently shipwrecked on our own fateful voyage. The chaotic wolfwears took residence in the ruins of Balduran's ship, and both packs survived in uneasy coexistence since then. Mendus Salad eventually took the risk of sailing for the mainland. Somehow he made it, and upon discovering that someone had finally found the island, made up a plausible tale in order to have us first steal the sea charts and later travel to the island to put them in his werewolf mate's hands. She had us kill the wolfwears and then infected the party with lycanthropy, intending us to join the pack or die fighting. We killed her, took the charts, and sailed home to discover finally the truth of Mendus's duplicity. Fate seems to enjoy toying with me. Alright, Baresh transforms and drops some goodies. A chainmail +3. It's pretty good, but it's not going to replace any of our gear. Alright, let's wreck them.
I feel so cold. You're a... I've done had enough.
Not cool to be focused on Imoen, guy. Not cool. There
My honor is my life. For the fallen!
Oh, we got a journal entry when we killed Mendus. Adventures you have seen and dangers you have faced, and through them all you have emerged alive. Creatures both fell and familiar have opposed you, and yet you have persevered. With your acts come a closure, and these tales of the Sword Coast are behind you. However, the world continues, and it awaits your further adventures. So that's our little cue that we've finished the expansion.
With Helm's blessing.
So we might as well head all the way back to Baldur's Gate.
Yeah!
We'll offload. We'll to Silence's shop. And then, as I said, I'm going to take a lunch break before coming back to finish this game this afternoon. Everything is done except for the final confrontation with Saravok. Alright, first thing is to go to Sorceress Sundries to offload
As you
all
will.
of our stuff. All right, Halbazar.
With Helm's blessing.
Yes?
Let's see what you have then. Balduran's logbook is worth 5,000, and the sea charts are worth 100. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, we gotta switch our gear back. Do that in just a moment. The butter knife of Balduran! Yeah, we'll sell that too. And all the potions. Alrighty. Now let's retool our gear. Sword of Balduran is now basically useless, as is Werebane, because, surprise, we're done fighting lycanthropes. Everything else is set, so let's sell those off as well. He won't buy them. Weird. Interesting. Interesting. All right, let's go to the Shop of Silence to rest up. Maybe sell some other of this. All right.
Helm, yeah.
Have a chat
I'll
with
speak
Silence.
when I wills it, not 'cause you're proddin'.
I wonder if we just can't sell those. It doesn't really matter at this point, but.
By Helm.
All right, let's rest up, and I am going to take a break here. I should be back in an hour maximum. I'm guessing closer to 30 minutes, but we'll see. I just need to eat some lunch. It's 2:40 here, so it's kind of a late lunch, but all will be well. And then when I come back, we're going to be ready to push through to the very end of the game and the final confrontation with Saravok. So, to those of you who joined me live on Twitch, thank you so much for being here. If you're new and you enjoy what you saw, I hope you will hit the follow button so you can see every time we go live in the future. If you're watching later on YouTube, I realize that it can be difficult to catch live streams. Schedules mismatch. It's just hard to be there at exactly the right time. But first of all, if you like the video, please hit like. If you didn't like it, please leave a comment telling me why so I can improve. But if you're worried about missing things, just hit subscribe. All of my content makes its way to the YouTube channel, so if you subscribe, you don't have to worry about missing anything. Finally, regardless of the platform you're on, I hope you will consider joining our Discord server. The Discord is where we discuss what you'd like to see me play. It's where I make official channel announcements, and it's where there's a fun and growing community of people who love video games just as much as you and me. Next stream, as I mentioned, is going to be within the next hour. I just need to go eat some lunch, take a little break, say hi to Tiffany, and then when I get back, we're going to push through to the end of Baldur's Gate. We've got Chapter 7 left, which is pretty short. Like, all there is a little espionage in the city, which we've already fully explored, and then one dungeon to navigate, and the final battle with Saravok. So it should take an hour or two tops, and we'll be done. And it'll be next up in this series will be Siege of Dragonspear, but we'll see what happens. So I'll see you soon. Enjoy the little break. I hope you all stick around, and I'll be back very soon. Bye-bye.